Apparently, I mean, we know the job market is kind of hard right now. Bad statistics, especially for men specifically graduating with a college degree. But for everyone getting a college degree in general, and it's just a hard job market out there, and people are just struggling. Apparently, people can't even find a minimum wage job. So I want to go through some of these. Videos, and let's see what's going on.
Rising. Now, thousands of tech workers are losing their jobs and the numbers keep rising. Now, according to TechCrunch, Amazon had over 100 layoffs from Alexa, Echo, Ring, and etc.
Fair though, I feel like people have moved on from those products. I used to love those products, but I fell off pretty hard, right?
Microsoft had over 6,500 job cuts. Now that's 3% of their global staff. Chegg laid off around 248 of its employees. Now that's around 22% of their workforce. Match Group, including Hinge and Tinder, laid off around 300.
Yeah, but their stock has gone to like fucking zero. Match Group. Who's using fucking Tinder and bullshit these days?
25 of their employees, and that's roughly around 13% of their workforce. And CrowdStrike laid off around 500 of their employees, and that's around 5% of their workforce. These tech players are making huge structural changes. And throughout the whole year of 2025, there has been over 50,000 tech layoffs.
It's crazy.
It's only May. So you might be
what is driving
this? Well, do you think tech companies should be held more accountable? Drop your thoughts down below and follow for more tech updates.
Guys, I'm actually in disbelief right now because what is going on, okay? I'm interviewing with Company S, and I had my first round, and I passed it, and I'm at my on-site, and the on-site is split onto 2 days, and yesterday was day 1. There were 2 interviews. First interview went well. Second interview, interviewer never shows up. I messaged the recruiter. I'm like, hey, nobody showed up for my interview, and they were like, okay, we'll reschedule. They replied today, let us know your availability.
Sucks, screams unprofessional. I'd be nervous working there, but I understand you just want to get your foot in the door and get a job.
Like, just schedule it. I literally, in my first email, I was like, just schedule it tomorrow with the rest of the on-site. Anyway, I told him my availability, and the tomorrow, which it was today, like just now, I have my second round. Mind you, I've been prepping so hard. I'm not hanging out with my friends. I'm not hanging out with my family. I'm just studying.
Oh, it's just YouTube. Okay.
And I log into the call, and nobody shows up again.
I don't think they want you. I think it's time to move on, dude. I'm sorry. Unfortunately, I'll just take that as a sign. And it is really sad. I'm sorry, but yeah.
I am so mad. I just want this to be over. Like, I just want this to be over. I want to finish this interview. I don't want to study for the rest of my life.
Yeah, I agree.
And I'm just so stressed now because it's like what happened with Company P yesterday, where like they were like, well, the position is
Oh no, 109 days since layoff. That's rough. That's rough. I don't know.
Now gone. We gave it to someone else. I'm like, if we wait too long, what if you give it to someone? Like, what is this? You know what? Moving to Seattle doesn't sound so bad anymore. Like, I can't do this anymore. Onwards we go.
I just got laid off 4 weeks before I was supposed to go on maternity leave.
Oh, fuck. Oh, that's hard, man. Oh, that's rough. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's brutal. Now, should they decide whether or not to keep a company based on whether or not they're having a baby? Maybe not, because that doesn't seem fair from the company perspective either. But that is so hard. I am so sorry. Yeah, it goes to twice get the message. I agree, man.
Talk about it. This has been such a crazy month, guys. Like, I cannot believe I'm telling this story, but let's get into it. Midway through my pregnancy, I got a new manager, and I had already told my old manager that I was pregnant, and that went.
Nah, send a lawsuit, I'm pretty sure. That seems intentional. You're right. If it's intentional, then yeah, lawsuit, because that's fucked. That's fucked. Now, if they're doing massive company rounds, should there be like a pregnancy star next to someone's name that says they can't get laid off? I struggle with that as well. But if it is targeted, that is lawsuit waiting. So hopefully she at least talks to someone, right?
Incredibly well. He was very supportive. He said all the right things. Around mid-April, I got a new manager, and I ended up telling them on their 3rd week that I was expecting. It was about 20 weeks at this time, and actually the reason I told them I was really nervous to tell them is because work wanted me to fly out to Georgia to do some stuff, and my doctors 100% did not want me traveling to the south during my pregnancy. And so
that gets so hard. That gets so difficult, because what if it's a small business and you're like the only option and they're relying on you? But I understand the medical perspective, and I wouldn't want you to fly. I just understand how, it puts everyone in a really hard position.
I had to decline that trip, and I needed a reason, so I told them I was expecting that.
Go find a job that keeps you floating while searching for your dream job. I agree. Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Conversation went really weirdly. They didn't say congrats. They asked a couple questions that I thought were like kind of awkward. I chalked it up to maybe they were just like really surprised it was week 3. I was one of their only direct reports, or maybe they were just like panicking that I was going to be out really, really soon.
Especially if it's one of their only direct reports. It sounds like who else is doing the job, you know? Sounds like it's very mission critical job. Fuck, it's hard, man.
It wasn't any like total red flags. It was just like slight pink flags where I'm like, oh, that was a very awkward conversation. The way you file for maternity leave where I was working is because it's a big company, you file with a third party provider and they actually take care of everything. So you don't go through your own company's HR. Third party goes through absolutely everything and files with the state of California and then files with your company once you're ready. So I reached out to the third party company to start that process and ended up fully filing for my maternity leave a couple weeks.
Are we not in a recession with this bad of a job market? Well, you have to remember in 2008, everyone knew we were in a recession. It took a full year to get the official report of being in a recession. So it's hard, man. But it's really hard to say. We actually had year-over-year GDP growth, though, for Q2 of this year. So technical, even though that number's not really official usually until the end of this quarter, which is next month. But yeah, it's weird times.
So on a Tuesday, the third-party company reached out to me and said that I'm fully filed. I ended up getting 7 months off. All of this was fully paid. And so on that Tuesday, when everything was like tidied up and signed up, I reached out to my manager and I told him, hey, I put this on our one-on-one agenda. I finally know how long I'm going to be out for. And they did not respond, which I thought was a little bit weird. And then Wednesday I followed up with like, here's my out of office plan for when I am out of office for 7 months. Friday morning at 9.
I was 19 in 2008. Now I'm 36. Bullshit. Yeah, I mean, that's the up. There's no such thing as an economy, capitalist or communist. That's not up and down, right? So it's just it's the constant ebb and flow. We are in a unknown. I don't know if we're ebbing or flowing. We're in we're vibing.
9 a.m., I get a call from my manager and HR telling me that I've been laid off. They did not have a valid reason. They were like, hey.
Interesting how she's more professional than the company she works for. I agree. She actually is quite professional, at least the way she's setting this up.
Fortunately, your position's been eliminated and offer you 13 weeks of severance. Thank you for your time. And they were waiting for me to say
13 weeks of severance. Well, I wonder how long she was there. Because I mean, that's pretty decent, right? Like we do, if we ever have to lay people off, we've never laid people off, but if we've ever had to fire someone for cause, which we've had to do twice, we still offered incredibly generous severance. Yeah, I mean, that's almost 3.5 months, right?
Something. So I was like, oh, is this retaliation for me telling you that I'm taking my maternity leave and it's going to be longer than you expect?
Maybe. I want to know who else has been laid off because I had someone else in chat say they were laid off before they had birth too, but their entire department was, so it wasn't a surprise or it wasn't like a big shock for the pregnancy thing. I want to know who else was laid off. She was only one direct report though. And that's just weird, you know.
And HR ended up freaking out and ending the call early because they just didn't know what to say and they knew that they were in a...
Yeah, they wanted to protect themselves in a lawsuit. Is it illegal to let someone go because they're pregnant? No, not. Well, because they're pregnant? Yes. Right? I mean, I'm going to get extra confirmation. As far as everything I know, yes. But 100% yes, exactly. I want to get like what the actual law is, what it comes from. It's part of Title... What is that? Title 7 of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, amended in 1978, makes it illegal to discriminate against an employee on the basis of pregnancy, childbirth, or related to medical conditions. So you can't fire, demote, or refuse to hire for that. So yeah, there it is. But again, it's also not saying she can't be laid off just because she's pregnant though at the same time, right? So I want to know what else was happening at the company. You know, more context is impossible. Can she prove it was only because she's pregnant? Yeah, that's the important thing, right? That's what's going to be critical.
Losing position on our call, so they wanted to switch over to email. I also ended up contacting a employment lawyer in California who gave me advice. I didn't end up working with them. We didn't go through litigation. That's
interesting because California heavily favors being able to grab money from employers, from ex-employees if you sue them. So I'm surprised she actually didn't go further.
Filing a lawsuit. I am super pregnant and like about to give birth, so I didn't.
Yeah, but you know what super pregnant people like? Money. So
I just wanted a really, really fair settlement. And alhamdulillah, I ended up with an incredibly fair settlement. They paid.
Oh! Well, there we fucking go. I'm surprised her fair settlement didn't mean no talking about this, but she might be breaking that agreement. She didn't name the company though.
out for all of my maternity leave and then some instead of the pitiful 13 weeks that they offered me at first. So now I guess I'm on a paid maternity break, which is what I wanted
Well done.
to begin with. But yeah, I am taking a very, very well-deserved career break. I'm going to hop back into the market.
Well deserved. I don't know about that, but I understand what you're saying. I mean, that's fine.
Let me guess. You're just using an investing app that doesn't invest in you. It is time to change that. Right now, Weeble is offering up to a 3.5% match when you open an IRA with them. That is real money going into your retirement, not just points or coupons. And that's just the start. Deposit $100 and you get 30 days of Weeble Premium. Anywhere from $2,000 to $10,000 sitting around in your account, move it to Weeble and get $200 in cash. And if you worked your way up to $5 million, that's $30,000 in your account just for moving it over. It is not just about the perks though. Weeble provides the tools that serious investors want as well. TradingView integration, real-time data, zero commission trades. It actually works on all your devices. And now through September 30th, you can stack even more. Get a $100 cash bonus for a $2,000 deposit, plus a 2% cash back on all deposits, and a 30-day premium voucher, and a 4% APY booster on any uninvested cash. It doesn't get better than this, so stop overpaying for a platform that gives you nothing back and make the switch to Weeble. Go to Weeble.com/K/Caleb or hit the QR code or the link below. Let's get back to the show.
Probably early next year. But for now, I'm just relaxing, just waiting for baby girl to get here, nesting as much as possible.
2 minutes ago, I was just informed.
Pitiful 13 weeks, 3 months off on the company's dime. Yeah. I don't know.
That my role at Microsoft as an event manager has been eliminated. So here's what I'm doing right now instead
Event manager, Microsoft. What Microsoft events are we going to?
of panicking. This is not something that's easy to share or admit. I am at my favorite beach spot. I'm going to allow myself a good cry because let's face it.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
It's hard to go through this
How's
process.
it even a job?
It's hard to
I don't know.
navigate.
You to the men in this chat, super toxic. I haven't even seen anything bad, I'll be honest. The only thing potentially slightly controversial I saw was, just people agreeing on how many weeks off for getting laid off is bad or good. And I can see we can agree and disagree on that kind of stuff. And I don't know if that's toxic though.
This job market right now, so definitely anxious and
Is she pissing? Is she pissing? I don't even want her to piss on me. Is she pissing?
worried about what the future of my career will look like.
Was not a strong stream, I'll be honest.
And also there is, part of me that is also feeling a little bit vulnerable and
Yeah, you just got laid off. It's
embarrassed
fine.
even. So I'm speaking that
I wouldn't feel embarrassed, but it is hard to get laid off. I'm really sorry. I've been through a layoff. I get it.
out to really just say that, like, if you're
She's at the beach, I know, but that was very much like a sound. That wasn't a whoosh sound.
also going through some of these feelings right now, it is normal. I've gone through 3 layoffs now. This makes my 3rd layoff since being in the tech space.
Oh, that fucking sucks. You also need to put yourself in a more critical position. That is being very clear. Listen, in this event, I'm sure the event space, it kind of follows economic trends. And if we're in a slower period, there's probably less events, less people going to events. You the best way to you have to be defensive in a job. Unfortunately, I'm saying this as an employer and I hate when people do it, but it's something you got to do as an employee. You got to be defensive. You got to set yourself in an irreplaceable position. And everyone's relatively replaceable, but you got to make it hard for them to do it. You got to make it hard when they lay off. So if you've gotten laid off that many times, I'm kind of like, that's hard. So you just have to be extra defensive.
So I can say that I'm kind of an expert in the tech layoff
I guess.
experience, unfortunately.
I want you to be an expert in something that makes it harder for you to get laid off. That was the thing.
I definitely know how to navigate this by now, but it doesn't make this experience any easier. So number 1, good cry. Give yourself at least 24 hours to just process what has just happened.
Fine,
Cry
I
it out,
guess.
to feel it, to really just come to an understanding, to really just give myself a moment of compassion. I work really hard. I'm very passionate about what
I know, but you're in a space that is not even close to recession resistance. She plans parties. Exactly. I mean, you have no sympathy. I have sympathy. I mean, it sucks. This is someone who got laid off. That's hard. but it is certainly, I feel like, one of the first things to go, right?
What it is I do, and I tend to connect a lot of my identity to the work that I do. And
Yeesh, last time I got fired, I texted a previous manager about it and he got me a job in 24 hours. Whoa! Good for you, Noxons. Yeah, it's good to have those connections to fall back on for sure.
in my
Hope I get laid off tonight. I hope you don't, Tanner.
industry, I don't think it's completely terrible because I'm very community based and
A
community.
job is a job. Still sucks to lose your livelihood. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like we should still have sympathy for sure.
Is definitely a part of my survival. So I'm not seeing it as a complete red flag. But yeah, I definitely sometimes take things very personally. So, and just really acknowledging that layoffs are just part of the industry.
They are, but you need to position yourself better. That is pretty objective at this point, right?
Unfortunately, with current tech climate and AI and automations, there's a lot of ambiguity in navigating this space and really giving myself compassion as I'm moving through this is what I'm going to do. It's what I'm going to prioritize, at least for the next 24.
People that say things are a red flag are a red flag. Yeah, honestly, kind of, yeah.
To 48 hours. All right, number 2, leverage
Oh, fuck, that was just number 1? Okay, let's see.
network. I cannot say this enough.
Yeah, that's what I said. Leverage your network.
Every single job I've had up to this day, including my Microsoft role that I just got laid off from, I have leveraged my network.
Always.
It was because of someone within my network
Nope, we're not
why
watching
I
minutes
got
of
that
her.
connection and was able to.
Sorry. Good luck, lady. Good luck. Oh, she's already crying. She's crying at the end.
You know what's
That's hard.
worse than being unemployed? Having to
Being homeless, drug addict, alcoholic, cancer, losing a loved one, being on a plane that crashes.
budget the money that you literally don't have. But that's what I'm doing today. So I'm Sarah. I'm 28. I am unemployed because I quit my nursing job a while ago and I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do. So today is the beginning of the month and that means I got to budget my money. So currently I am on unemployment.
Okay, so you paid into the system. You get it in case of an emergency. That's what it's there for.
I feel like there's such a stigma being on unemployment, but I'm honestly so thankful for unemployment because I honestly
No shit, but you also paid into it. Like, no shit.
don't know what I would do at this time. But I got $620.82 for the last 2 weeks after I certified. That's the only money I have coming in currently, besides a little bit of change that I earned from social media. Other expenses included my car payment, which was $281.25, my electric.
And this is why we don't want car payments, because that is risk over our head in the case of an emergency, i.e. a layoff, where you get less money via unemployment, Yeah. Wait, she got unemployment when she quit? Wait. She quit? Did I miss that? Wait, what the fuck? Thought this was all about layoffs. She said she quit? Oh, whoa. I missed that. Unemployment. She said, I'm unemployed because I quit my nursing job. Exceptions. Technically, every state allows unemployment if you quit for certain legal recognized reasons called good cause. Examples are work-related reasons like unsafe, hazardous working conditions. Okay, so, it's the TikTok generation, right? You over-sensationalize everything. I bet she over-sensationalized something. She probably smelled the scent of bleach once from the cleaning closet, and she said she worked in an unsafe or hazardous working condition as a nurse. Harassment or discrimination. Well, we know everyone claims that these days, if even anyone even brushes against them in the hallway. Significant changes in pay, hours, or job duties. Okay, so like an excessive downgrade, maybe. Employer not paying wages owed. Well, that one's fair for sure. And I doubt she experienced that as a nurse, though. And then personal compelling reasons, needing to relocate due to domestic abuse. Yeah, that's fine. I'd like to support that. Following a spouse partner who had to move for work. I don't know if I like that for unemployment. Medical issues where continuing the job is harmful and there's no accommodation is available. That's fair. Caring for an immediate family member with a serious illness. Yeah, I can see that fair. And that's some states. That's not every state. So that's where it is available. Someone said, I feel like if it was those, she'd be milking it. Yeah, maybe, but she's also probably afraid of being called out and, being on some unemployment fraud or something. Maybe soft quitting. Yeah, maybe soft quitting. That's true. That is a possibility. Juvenile Karen's been spotted. Maybe. Yeah.
bill, which was
You can still be figuring out your career and still work part-time as a nurse. Sure. Yeah.
$7.06. My phone bill, which was $23.31. My random car insurance payment that I only paid half on, which was $346.41.
In a lot of places, if you got that debt on the car, debt on the title, your car insurance is going to be more as well. So you got to get the risk from out in front. You just got to get rid of the risk, man. Got to get rid of the fucking risk. And that saves you come this.
And then also groceries, which I estimate I spent about $120 this month. So once I...
Whoa, that's cheap. She's being subsidized some way by groceries. Did she go out to eat? You can't afford. We've done the math. You can survive on 250 in Austin, Texas. I don't know where the fuck you could survive on 120. That doesn't make any sense. I don't know about that.
add up all my expenses and subtract how much I got from unemployment, it officially leaves
Food stamps, maybe?
me with negative
Probably lives at home, yeah.
$1,534.56.
Yeah, because she didn't say rent, right?
Seriously crying right now. Bye.
Is it just me, or does unemployment make you feel kind of boring?
Open your eyes. Well, yeah, unemployment's probably boring. You don't have any purpose. You don't have anything to wake up and do. It's fun probably for a few days, but that's it. You know, we took a week off a couple weeks ago, and I didn't do anything, I think, on Tuesday or something, and that was more than enough. I could not do another day of not doing anything. So, I don't know.
Like, whenever I meet up with friends or family,
go get a job,
like,
maybe, yeah.
What's new? What's going on? And I'm like, literally nothing. Like,
Then go do something going on, I would suggest.
I'm looking for jobs, applying for jobs, getting rejected from jobs. Like,
Okay, that's different. At least she's putting in the work. Who knows how much she's putting in the work and how much she's curating those resumes, but yeah.
the usual. And I feel like holidays are much worse because people are always like, oh, how's the job search? Find a job yet? It's like always the same topic of conversation, and it just kind of becomes like your whole identity. And like, don't get me wrong, I have a ton of hobbies, but I always feel kind of guilty talking about them because I'm like,
Well, yeah, you shouldn't be doing hobbies, honestly, in this situation. I mean, sure, a little bit, but you should be hardcore going out and trying to find something. Like this is ridiculous. Like, how many hobbies should we have? How much time should be spent on hobbies when we're collecting unemployment and we're trying to get a job?
should I be spending every waking moment applying to jobs? Like, am I even allowed to enjoy this?
No, I mean, enjoy your first couple days. Get back to work. And your work right now is applying for jobs.
This is how many people have applied for the same jobs I've applied for. 512, 242, 567.
Yeah, but remember, a lot of people are mass applying. Listen, for what it's worth, we get people mass applying to our jobs. 90% are filtered out because they're not even meeting the basic qualifications on LinkedIn that says is required for the job. So that number is inflated. But yeah, it's very competitive. And right now is very competitive. Hobbies are a luxury. Yeah, I agree relatively. Can't pay the bills. Yeah, for sure.
157, 72, 76, 253.
It happens.
830.
It happens.
722.
Okay.
200, 130.
Okay.
A lot of these 138. And that's just on the first page of my applications.
Sure.
And a lot of these aren't even expired yet.
Unemployed for 4 months now.
Get a job.
And it's been rough. It's been rough financially, emotionally for sure. Oh my God.
They are called entry-level jobs, girl. Yeah, it's true. But for what it's worth, the job market is harder right now. That is objectively true. And it's going to be more regionally affected depending on certain things, right? For example, I had a guest that we're uploading in a couple weeks, I think. Trucker working in the Walmart area of Arkansas. I think it's Northwest Arkansas. And since there's a lot less things being imported due to tariffs right now, there's not as many hours for them to drive. So that's a regional hit, right? Because everything there is shipping, Walmart and whatnot. So it's just going to depend on the sector. There's going to probably be more jobs in sectors that are going to be more stateside now because it doesn't make as much sense to produce it overseas. So, that one was Monday. Yeah, there we go. Uploaded. Yeah. See, I'm losing track. Sometimes we rush some, sometimes we push some. But yeah.
Gosh, the amount of mental battles I've had with myself, trying to stay positive, beating myself up, all of the above.
Now just go home and beat yourself and then apply for some jobs with that clarity that you get afterwards. Far in advance, do you film? Depends on the episode. We like to put Couples Monday. I usually do it. Couples Monday, Guy Wednesday, Woman Friday. That kind of tends to be our standard. But it mixes. Some people filmed months ago. Some people filmed a week ago. Depends on those slots.
It's crazy. I've never experienced something like this before, but gotta keep going. There's nothing you can do besides keep going because you stop, then nothing's gonna happen. I have a job interview today. I've gone on a couple. This is my first one with this company, but I reached out to them, talked to them a little bit, and then they invited me in for an interview. So hopefully I come
Get
back
that
today
job.
with
Good luck, guy.
positive news, or sometime
To
this
hear
week
about the
with
gold
posi-
mine? No, not yet. We'll get there. We don't usually get updates until about 3 months. So good luck to that guy. Get that job. Get that grind.
Hey, Caleb Hammer stream fans, make sure you get your financial score for free. Take the assessment at calebhammer.com or dollarwise.com. It's free. See where you stand in the world of finances.